Today we're going to be talking about artillery in Ukraine. If you don't know me, my name is Francis and I served 4 years in Ukraine from 22 to 26, and on this channel I share my experience fighting in Ukraine. As always, subscribe to the channel, go get some awesome dose of freedom merch made by a Ukrainian artist designer. It's available on our website. There are a lot of questions on internet. Hey, I am a former artillery man, a former motorman. Can I come to Ukraine and join a artillery team? Well, the answer is yes. But however, personally, I don't know which unit are recruiting and whatsoever. So when you are applying, you need to do some digging. Try to look for brigades that has, well, I think pretty much all brigades has their own artillery crews. But try to contact them, try to look for brigades that are recruiting foreigners. Of course, something that will help you in is if you speak Ukrainian, it's going to be helping you a lot, or Russian, and also network. If you already know someone who's working in the artillery team, it's going to be easier for you. If you don't know anyone and you tell the recruiter, hey, I want to be an artilleryman, well, maybe you will be, okay? But you cannot guarantee that you will be arriving in Ukraine being put right in the artillery unit. If they need you as infantry, maybe they're gonna send you as infantry, maybe, okay? But yeah, just don't expect to be, oh, I'm gonna be going to Ukraine and I will be doing a artillery work. Sometimes things change, but it's going to be always better try to contact the team directly, and if they need people. But I know there are some English speaking artillery crews out there. You just need to find them. Now let's talk about the work. The work doesn't change, man. Like the artillery cannon and is the same as from your country, like the same NATO, like howitzer style type of equipment. So like it's still the same thing. Like someone takes the round, pull it in the cannon, and then someone just like pull on the rope, and that's it. So if you were working in Afghanistan on the artillery gun, this is gonna be pretty much the same thing. Except now today, I will say is 100 times more dangerous because of FPV drones. FPV drones during the infill, FPV drones on position, and FPV drones during the exfil. Also on position, now you will have to deal with all kind of shit like cab, okay, grads, all kind of weapon system that the Russians are gonna be sending to you. So compared to Afghanistan, I will say it's like way more dangerous to be an artilleryman nowadays. The difference between infantry on the zero line and artillerymen a few kilometers back in a tree line in the rear, it's night and day. You will have way more chance of survival as an artilleryman in a tree line 3 to 4 kilometers back, depending how far you will be located. But like the good thing is you're not gonna be on the absolute zero line. Okay, so compared to a infantryman, it's not comparable. You will be way more safe, but let's say compared to Afghanistan, it's way more dangerous than working on guns from a NATO, like from the Gold era, okay? Now let's talk about the work. So basically, you're gonna be going on position and you're gonna be running the artillery system, okay? Maybe you're gonna be like a team of 4, and then you will be rotating like 2 on watch, 2 off watch, and you're gonna be rotating like so. What I've seen is like I see those videos from Afghanistan, there are like 10 people around one gun. In Ukraine, you usually just see like 2 people, maybe 1 can do the job, okay? Also, the difference in Ukraine than NATO is the resource. Like you don't have much ammunition, so I think it's safe to say that there is way less fire mission than if you will be working in a NATO country. Okay, on position, what life will be looking, you will be waiting for fire mission. The good thing is that you have Starlink, which means you have access to internet always. Okay, so you will be able, I don't know, man, if you have like some kind of side hustle online, like, or you just want to look at TikTok, or you want to learn Ukrainian, watching YouTube videos, like you can do everything. Personally, when I was working in a drone team, we had Starlink, and I was running fundraiser with Those of Freedom from my blindage, from my position. Okay, so having internet, man, it's insanely great. It's good for the morale. You can watch shows, you can learn, you can work, you can do so many things. Okay, so that's that. In the winter, you will have diesel heater, so you will on position you will be warm. On position you can cook, you can bring food. Okay, so the quality of life is way more better than if you will be on a shitty position on the absolute zero line. Okay, like on the zero line, there's no starting, there's not much thing going on, and I would like to argue, if you want to reduce your thermal signature, maybe you're not gonna have some kind of diesel heater on the zero line. Now, to go on position for the infield and exfield, from what I've seen personally in my unit, the mortar, we had mortar guys in my unit, they will get dropped off by vehicle directly to position, and I will assume the ammo gets also dropped off on position. Okay, but that's like, I cannot guarantee it's gonna be the same for you. I hope you don't have to infield 10 kilometers carrying the artillery shell. Probably not, but it's gonna be depending on which unit, which AO, and everything. One thing that will be very important nowadays is to hide the gun. So for like, I see all those videos of NATO training artillery right in the middle of the field, sunny weather. Okay, forget about that. That's completely irrelevant. You cannot, absolutely not do that in 2026. You will want to hide the gun. So usually the guns are hidden in tree lines, hidden in forest, and they are dug in. Okay, and if they are not dug in, or if there is no trees, you set up a camouflage net above. So you need to make sure it's well hidden from drones, because you are a very high target as a artillery. And if they find you, you are cooked. When I was working as a drone operator, I absolutely loved spotting the artillery. The combo drone and artillery, or drone and mortar, is absolutely amazing. Let's say myself, I'm in the blindage, just filming. Let's say it's a house full of Russian. I'm just filming the house. I'm not even moving the drone. I'm just stable in the air, filming the house. And artillery guys on position, they are putting the shell in the artillery system, and they are shooting. From there, they see the guys on position, they see the drone feed live, so they can see exactly where the round fails, and they can adjust the fire right on spot. So it's either the commander of the position that will be doing the correction based on the feed, or also at the TOC. The TOC, they see everything. They have the drone feed, and they can see where the shell landed. So maybe the fire support officer at the TOC makes the correction, then pass on the correction to the artillery guys, which applies the correction. Okay, so it's either one of those. I'm not sure 100% which one it is, but usually the second or the third shot is right on target. And man, it's amazing. It's crazy. Like, it's not that hard. Like, both jobs are safe. Me in my blindage, filming with the drones. The artillery guy putting the shell in the artillery system and then just pulling the rope. But the combination of the two makes like very like makes a lot of damage, and like it's very deadly combination. Okay, I think it's my favorite, I'm not gonna lie. And like just it's very satisfying as a drone operator to watch on the feed the shell hit target, and you just see the house just being like totally destroyed. So that's all for me, guys. Go check out the Dozer Freedom Instagram. We just finished a fundraiser, 10 FPV drones to Go Legion. Thank you so much. And I'm gonna be starting another one soon. But basically, those are the drones that we are doing here, 10 inches. And like it can carry a payload approximately like maximum 1.5 kg. So those are the drones that we make at Dozer Freedom. So if you want to support us, visit dozerfreedom.com. Okay, guys, that's all I have for today. Stay safe. Peace.